In the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful and the most gracious. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, students, all of you. This topic is for class 3rd, and the subject is science, and the name of the topic is soil. In this topic, we will see what is soil and how the soil gets formed, and what are the uses of soil, how is soil useful for us. Students, first of all, I will like to give you some information about our planet Earth. As you all know, the planet Earth that is divided into three parts: crust, mantle, and core. The crust, that is the upper part of the Earth, the topmost layer of Earth's surface or topmost layer of Earth's crust is called as soil. This soil is useful for the growing of plants. We grow large kinds of plants in the uppermost layer of the earth's crust, that's called as soil. Now students, we will see formation of soil, how the soil gets formed. Students, soil gets formed by a process that is called as weathering. Weathering is the process which gives rise to soil. So, weathering, the definition of the weathering is breaking down of large rocks into smaller pieces. Sometimes what happens, due to heavy rains or due to winds or due to volcanic eruptions, large rocks, they just break into smaller pieces and they result in smaller pieces of rocks. So what happens, these smaller pieces then start rubbing against each other for a large period of time, and it gives rise to soil. Students, it takes thousands of years to make even a small amount of soil. So what does soil contain? Soil contains sand, soil contains water, soil contains air, and soil contains clay, and soil contains humus. What is humus? Humus is actually the organic matter that is present in the soil. If humus is present in the soil, then the soil will be very fertile. Now we will talk about types of soil. How many types of soil are there? Students, there are three types of soils. We will read out these three types of soils one by one. The first one is sandy soil. Sandy soil, it is a kind of soil that contains a lot of air, it contains little water, and the sandy soil, it is not good for growing plants. Why it is not good for growing plants? Because it contains a little water. As we know, plants need a large amount of water for carrying out photosynthesis, but if water is not present, little water is present, then plant cannot grow in that kind of soil. So sandy soil, it is the soil that contains lots of air but little water, so it is not good for growing plants. This kind of soil is generally found in deserts, and the plants that grow generally in sandy soil, some examples are cactus and kikar. Number second kind of soil is clayey soil. Clayey soil is a kind of soil that is sticky and it contains a lot of water. This clayey soil, it is good for growing plants. Sometimes what happens, this clayey soil is used for making by potters for making toys and pots. Then the third kind of soil is loamy soil. This loamy soil, it is the best soil for growing crops because it contains both water and air, and it contains a good amount of water that is important for the growth of a plant. And this loamy soil, it also contains a lot of humus. As I already told you, that if humus, or that's organic matter, is present in the soil, that will be very fertile. So this loamy soil, it contains a large amount of humus, and it is very fertile soil, and it is a good soil for the cultivation of crops. And the color of the loamy soil is generally dark. So students, this was all about soil and different types of soil. Now at the end, there is a homework for you people, that you will write down the answer of the question, that what is loamy soil and how it is most fertile for the cultivation of crops. Thank you.